quite funny. Yeah. So
Mm.
is a model that it starts with us, like me, Danny, Adrian, and we've picked. There's people that God's already put in our paths, right? That we're like starting to rub off on, and there's a resonance, right? So I'm not going to name names, but I've got two or three already that I'm going, would you like to do this with me? Danny, you're doing the same thing. Would you like to do this with me? And Danny, you've broken something down to a 5-day simple thing, a simple challenge of doing step 1, 2, and 3 every day. One is what is the word that's nourishing you? Two, is there a brother or sister in my world today that I can encourage? Or sharpen, or invite to sharpen me. And the third one was asking the Holy Spirit in the everyday workings of my life to tell me what to do with people.
Yep.
Or
Yep. Shine.
shine.
Shine. So I want to shine. Holy Spirit, show me how and where, on who. Yep.
Correct.
Amen.
Yeah. So those three things are kind of like habits that we, over the 5 days, every day, you ask those three things. And it might be,
Yep.
set a timer every day. What's my nourishing? Maybe that's a 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. Whatever time you get up, that's the first thing you do.
Yep.
And then halfway
Yep.
through the day, you're asking two, and then, whatever. So that after 5 days, you're not only doing this in your own world, but you've got this small group that you're sharing it with. It could be just me with this other person, or Danny with your friend, or it could be a small group of 3. And then you're sharing whatever you feel is coming out, and like, oh, I love this. And you don't have to share everything out of every 3 points every day, but just keep that keep that communication open for the 5 days. And then after the 5 days, you kind of go, okay, assess. How do we go? Did that help you? Blah, blah, blah. Have a moment where you meet over coffee. And so for you, Danny, with one of your friends, the question then is that enough to spark that person into, that was really helpful for me. I want to actually go into depth on what these 3 circles are, because as you know, Danny, Adrian, we've kind of unpacked a whole lot of kind of topic, like almost modules of thought and big questions under circle 1, inner, like what does nourishing mean? Where do we get our nourishment? Or, there's about, 3 plus, and I'm sure there's going to be more topics in each kind of circle that will keep coming out. And it's almost like this journey that could take you as long as you want it to keep cycling through those 3 circles, but do it with people that you are doing life with. It's almost like your tribe, as we're talking this middle circle. And so it's not so much for Danny, you continue meeting with those 2 people to go through every fortnight you meet up. No, it's for them to then take up on their own with the people in their world. Do you think
Yep.
that's
something that I'm thinking there, Deb, is I totally agree that's where we need to get to. And then it's the question of how we get to that level of duplication.
Yeah.
So right now, I guess I'm almost baby stepping, walking it through with people, because I'm not confident that, obviously we don't have the content yet, but that they would then go, oh, I'm so excited, I'm going to jump on Mighty Networks and I'm away. I feel like they'll get lost and fall away pretty quick. So it's a little bit of hand holding, and I'm also thinking, I don't know how you'll go. I don't know how I'll go being consistent with you even. I'm thinking even as we are testing things, we could do what you said. So like I could say, hey, now that you've done it with me, do you want to jump on and tell me see how you go over the next week? Like you and I I want to keep encouraging you, but can you jump on please and tell me how you go with this, and I say that, why I say I agree with you. I don't think 3 or 4 or 5 days is enough, is because it's a lot of initiative needed to get onto a website, sign up, look at pathways and start to redo things. It's like us going, I want to lose weight, sign up for a gym and start attending. It's a lot of work or a lot of motivation. And I don't even know whether we could, get that to happen immediately. But so I feel like from 3 days, I might extend it. Do you like that? Okay, let's go to 5 days. Let's go to 21 days. And maybe somewhere in all that, some pathway develops and we really know what's sustainable. I mean, we look at the patterns of what, and we can come back to, the whole way we're doing this together, we're going, do you know what I'm finding out? People find that they need this or that. So I'm kind of wondering whether we just got to discover it by doing it, even a little bit manually, try the uploads and see what people are doing with them. Is it working or not? or in and of itself, does it not motivate the next action? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not quite ready to take that on because I needed, like, it was your initiative, Deb or Danny, that got me to engage with you. Take away Danny and Deb right now, and I don't really feel like engaging. I'm going to lose my way. Life's going to get busy again, and I'm gone. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like so for OraTap as a pathway.
OT rap.
Oh my gosh.
Orate, what the heck? Where are you going, girl? You're French, man.
Yeah,
why don't you just go make it up?
I was wondering the whole time when you guys switched because I'm thinking I missed the whole conversation.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll just take you through it so you know what it looks like. Okay. So when people jump onto Mighty Networks, let's go back. They might be invited onto the pathway itself or come onto Kingdom Collective. But just say
Hey, Deb, would you be okay with form 2 or 3 as opposed to form 3? What are your thoughts there? 2 or 3. I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
like, you know how I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know how I'm doing 2 at the moment. It's more intimate and it's easy for someone to say yes.
Yeah, as in one-on-one.
Yeah.
Yeah, form 2.
Like Blakey might ask his best mate, but if you go Blakey, you go ask your best mate and someone else, it becomes difficult.
Yeah,
but
yeah. 2 or 3.
The best mate, it's instant. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it keeps coming back to the verse when 2 or 3 are gathered. There I am.
Amen.
So let it be 2 or 3.
Hey, that's awesome. Put that verse there underneath it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That is so good.
Okay. So anyway, this is segueing after your like text message 1, 2, and 3. Let's do it for 5 days. Let's do it for 10 days. Whatever you decide. Yeah. Right? Is my thought is once you get to the end of that and you have a moment of assessment, you go, okay, do you jump onto our ODARAP challenge? Because I might not be able to meet with you every day from here on, but this is a pathway to keep instilling or you keep unveiling stuff that we're learning as a community about it. So, you know, when the be open step would be, that's what they've done. You've been open by doing this with Danny. And do you know what I mean? And so we'll populate that a bit. And so they can move on after being open. Where is it?
Okay, good on you, Deb. Let's do it.
3,
I love what you've done there. That's cool. 2 or 3. Okay.
And then the form 3. So form 2 or 3. So this is where I populated a bit about why 3. Yeah, Matthew 18:20. Where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there I am with them. Yeah. And so this is highlighting continue on the journey with people that you will, you know, naturally do this with. Yeah. Okay.
So good, Deb. So good.
Yeah. I talk about the nuances for what, you know, for initiators, you know, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So once I've done that, then this opens up the explore together. So this is the big part where we talk through 3 circles more so.
So you populate, see how it's got inner, outer, you know,
yeah.
My SMS, you can populate my SMS in there. What do you reckon?
Populate your
inner.
You could add that, definitely.
I sent it to you already.
You could add that with that, but that's something that you're doing. That I feel like the way you.
No. Sorry. So what I meant by that is like, you know how it's inner circle.
Yeah.
Then I said like live full. The middle circle is strengthen, and the outer circle is shine.
Yes.
And then you and AIDS can change that as you feel conviction. Like, what about using this word or that word? But they're the words I'm using at the moment because it's just one word. And I can say the same thing over and over again to people. Like, who are you strengthening? Or iron sharpens iron. Sharpen. The last circle is shine. Like, how did you shine today? And so just 3 words each time.
Yeah, there was soul, manner, sharpen, and shine. That's pretty much
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, keep going. Yep.
Cool. Okay, so this is where I thought we populate all of our kind of official ODARAP videos from the air meets, the live air meets, and they're ones that actually bring out the discussion on each of the points. You know,
so I love that. So you know that if we can have a conversation with the 3 of us at some point for those 3 problems that we see, like what problems, like it'll go something like this. The church, you know, is kind of stale, and look at the stats from ABS, etc. There's more and more people turning away from Christianity as their faith.
Yeah,
there's more and more non-believers, and the state of the church is like this. Numbers are dropping. What do you think's happening, and what problems do you see that you want to go in and we want to address and help reverse You know what I mean? And that's a separate video for us three to
Yeah, that would
talk
be
through
in the
each of those
intro.
points.
Yeah, intro. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
like the lack of integration, the what I call muddled, but hopefully there's a better word for that, which is like there's too many things that you have to do and say, and it just gets confusing. You just end up sitting still, going, I don't know. And then the last one, well, the other one was the other one. Can't remember. But whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is where I was thinking Blake and his mates could continue that. We'd have videos going, you know, as we'd upload videos as we do them, but it would have enough information in there from us recording it over the next couple of weeks about the key, what is circle one, what is middle, what is outer. And then as the topics, we'll lay them out. It's like, this is our runway. This is what we think it would be, topics of real discussion that will really help feed you and help kind of like challenge you and your group to talk through. Yeah, and so they can take as long or as quick as they want to get through all that. Yep.
How important is it, Deb, to establish a rhythm first, or in that whole thing, even before you start to explore?
Yeah, so good question.
At the beginning of explore, because why I say that is, otherwise, like I really think that the default for most human beings is that we're very distracted.
Yeah,
and we're going to quickly lose focus on this. But if there's a rhythm that you can tap into, then you will. So, for example, say I'm got a rhythm where I go, look, I'm looking to you guys now as my podcast that I look at every second or third day, and therefore I'll watch one of the videos on it. You know, you know, I don't know. So there's some sort of rhythm that. This is again where we'll get the feedback, I guess. We'll get feedback.
Yeah. Two ways. I think, yes, absolutely. So it could be in the forming 2s and 3s that would go, okay, now that you do this, actually set a rhythm. There's a priority in the community that you set up, that you carve out time. And it might be once a week, it might be once a fortnight. You know what I mean? For us, with our house church, we're already meeting kind of fortnightly with our gatherings generally. And so we know that we can sort of step through any one of these topics in those times, you know, in those gatherings. And there's no kind of, we're going to get through it in 6 months, or we're going to get through it in 2 months. It's just, that's just the rhythm in which we meet. Let's talk of what's relevant at that time and whatever video. That's one. The other one is, what can we do through Kingdom Collective platform? So we could actually upload videos, you know, and encourage the community to watch it. You know what I mean? And that's a rhythm. So and I wrote that to you guys this morning, like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the different things we could be doing as a quick kind of broadcast that people could bank into their rhythm. Like, it's like, you know, the YouVersion where you're reading the word of the day. This would be like a video of kind of, something that we've done over that week. It could have been a live video from the air meet, or it could be a folklore video that's like 5 testimonies of what people think of what it means to nourish me. Boom, 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 boom. And so people are watching, and there's a rhythm of that. So it's kind of, one is the community rhythm, the other is the platform rhythms. And we've got some sort of say and some sort of framework that we can offer people in both of those. So yeah, that's really cool. And I reckon, Deb, that ends up being like a podcast or whatever, doesn't it? Like it can be a like what Burst of the Day is, a 2 or 3 minute share, fantastic, that you can start to assign out even, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Over those different topics. So even all the way down to a longer version podcast with someone who is championing one of those circles really well. Like, it could be a new group that's really found great community, and they're loving the discovery of their community and what they've been doing through it and how they've been using ODIRAP. And so they are being interviewed or sharing, you know?
Yeah.
And people can listen to that and be encouraged and go, oh, that's cool. That's something we could do.
Cool. I'm going to just stop the recording there, because I think we've got 10 more minutes and I want to do this video that we're going to, update the others on. So